It's Taco Tuesday, and this is your boy CJ Curry. We're back with another PrizePicks video. It's early, not a lot of options on the PrizePicks board, but I do have two picks that kind of caught my attention here early on. So let's try to capture that value before the lines end up getting bumped up, bumped down, or taken down on the PrizePicks board. Yesterday's video, we ended up going 1 and 2. So we had one winning pick and two losing picks. The two losing picks was just plain old bad luck, quite honestly. Max Strus got himself into foul trouble, did not have a good game whatsoever against the Orlando Magic. And despite Evan Mobley not being in the lineup, Max Strus was not getting on the glass like we had hoped that he would. Some things are out of your control. Well, really everything's out of your control when you're betting on sports. It's all up to the players to perform. And unfortunately, Max Strus was too busy playing grab ass with the Orlando Magic, and he found himself in the gulag. You know, he was in foul trouble all night. And then the other play was Trae Young, and Trae Young was well on his way there. Entering the fourth quarter, he only needed 3 more rebounds and assists, but he ended up getting ejected, as did Quinn Snyder, head coach of the Atlanta Hawks. So it just goes that way sometimes. Spencer Dinwiddie did come through, though, staying under that 27.5 PRA line. So we're back at it again. Like I said, rain or shine, win or lose, I'm going to keep putting out these PrizePicks videos anytime that I see any type of value or data or research out there to be done. I'm going to try to put you guys on some more winning picks. So if you're new to the channel, definitely hit the subscribe button. Think about liking and ring that bell, meaning turn them notifications on so that as soon as I drop a piece of content, you guys are alerted and informed. All right, over to the PrizePicks board we go, gang. Let's see if we can get back on the horse and ride. We got 2 picks queued up for you on Taco Tuesday. First one we're looking at is LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers. He is at 36.5 points and rebounds. But first, if you're not playing on PrizePicks and you want to, they're doing a 100% instant deposit match all the way up to $100, making your first entry on PrizePicks completely risk-free. So if you want to take advantage of that, use code Curry. Special links waiting for you down in the description of today's video. Let's go over to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. And when we go and check out the Optimizer, we don't have to go far. We're going to go down here and take a look at LeBron James' points and rebounds line. Is it a plus EV play? Well, it sure does look like it. It's a positive expected value play. So what is this telling us? Well, this is telling us that on all the sports books out there, LeBron James' points and rebound line is set at 35.5 points and rebounds, meaning PrizePicks has him just a touch too high compared to the rest of the market. All right, there's a misprice here by PrizePicks. And so for that reason, at 36.5 points and rebounds, we should be considering the under here based on the fact that he is at 35.5 everywhere else. So we have about a 53.5% chance of this hitting. True odds in this case are minus 136 for him to stay under 36.5. But I don't like to stop there. I like to take things a step further. I like to apply some practical player prop research by looking at the stone cold facts in this case. And so we're going to head over to props.cash. And when we take a look at LeBron James game logs here, you can kind of get an idea. This is going to include games with Anthony Davis, exclude games without Gabe Vincent, just to kind of get a more accurate read on how many times LeBron's actually gone over or under, in this case, on 36.5 points and rebounds. And when we take a look here, you can see that he's played in a total of 17 games with AD and without Gabe Vincent. In those games, he's only gone over 6 out of 17 times. That's just a 35% hit rate, meaning if you flip that over on its head, he's actually went under in 65% of the games. Now, we take things a step further here. We could take a look at how he's performed when he is on the road. And when we do that, you can see that at 36.5 points and rebounds, he has actually gone under in 6 out of 8 games. That's a 75% hit rate. So gone under a lot more than he has gone over when playing on the road. And he will be on the road in this case, taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Speaking of the Dallas Mavericks, we could also take a look at previous matchups versus Dallas. He did play 1 game versus Dallas this season. That was back on November 22nd. And in that game, he finished with a total of 35 points and rebounds, falling short of that 37 points and rebounds number. That 37 is the number that would sink our battleship. We do not want him to get 37 points and rebounds. So 1-for-1 against Dallas as far as going under. Goes under at a pretty high clip on the road, and he's just gone under quite a bit here recently as well. Going under in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of his last 9 games. So there's a lot to like here in terms of LeBron James and the under at 36.5. But again, we take things even further here. We add an extra layer of research. And how are we able to do that? Well, using projection models. Projection models provided by third parties such as Fantasy Labs and RotoWire. No, I don't own the data. No, these aren't my projections. These are provided by a third-party company, but we're using them because they're some of the best tools in the industry here. And we know that projections are not guarantees, but they can be a good barometer, a good way to kind of see how a player may or may not perform in a given matchup. So let's go ahead and take a look at LeBron James. We're going to go to the points and rebounds category here, punch in LeBron's name. And when we do so, you can see that a projection of just 33.3 points and rebounds is what we get, meaning that's a big fat under versus the line of 36.5 points and rebounds. So one projection model that we know, trust, and love, Fantasy Labs, has him going under. Let's check a second projection model. In this case, we're heading over to RotoWire. RotoWire's got LeBron James projected at 34.98 points and rebounds. That's about a 4% difference or edge or advantage in this case versus the line on PrizePicks at 36.5. So again, another projection model that has LeBron going under. That's two different projection models that have him going under 37 points and rebounds. So for me, I think this is pretty easy to decide that we are going less in this case on LeBron James. We're trusting the data. We're not trying to overthink things or think that we can outfox and outsmart the sports books and the lines makers and the projection models. I'm not smarter than them. I don't think you're smarter than them either. But hey, if you feel some type of way about it and you'd rather take LeBron for more than 36.5 points and rebounds, be my guest. I don't think it's a sound long-term solution. But if that's how you're feeling about it, then please, by all means, take the over on LeBron James if that's what you want to do. All right, second pick, Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors. He's taking on the Phoenix Suns. We're looking at his 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists line. At 22.5 PRA, Dre has actually done a rather good job of going over 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And to further prove my point here, we're going to go take a look at his game logs right after we check out the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, because we want to make sure that we're playing what are called plus EV plays, right? Positive expected values. So we just punch in Draymond Green's name, and at 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists, you're seeing a 52.3% chance of Draymond Green going over. Now, 52.32% is not 100%. If it was 100%, then this would be what the kids call a lock or a guarantee, and we would no longer be gambling. We would just be printing money thanks to PrizePicks. But in this case, 52.32% is a far cry from 100% chance to hit. So keep in mind that there's always risk involved with these picks. Make sure that you're keeping your bankroll tight and you're spending at a manageable level and amount. I recommend 1 to 5% per entry that you enter in on PrizePicks. 1 to 5% of your entire bankroll, that is, in your PrizePicks account. Now, if you have less than $500, well, then I would probably be sticking to $5 minimums over on PrizePicks just to keep yourself in check, all right? So now that we know what we know about Draymond Green being a plus EV play, let's take a look at some things that I pulled up here using Props.Cash earlier. Now, I took screenshots of these because for some reason the Props.Cash app is not allowing me to include games in which Draymond has played with Chris Paul. Chris Paul, by the way, expected to play for the Golden State Warriors tonight. So what I've done here is I've added Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Klay Thompson, the whole nucleus, starting lineup, for the Golden State Warriors. And in those games in which Draymond's played with those fellas, he's actually gone over his 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists in 6 out of 9 games. Not too shabby. A 67% hit rate. So 6 out of his last 8 games with CP3 and company in tow, he has exceeded this number averaging about 22.3 points, rebounds, and assists in those games. And then I also pulled up his game logs just in general, with Chris Paul in or out, doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter who's in there in this case. We're just looking at all the games. And when you look at all the games played, his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games out of 12, he has actually gone over his 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists numbers. So things are looking up and up here for Draymond. As far as consistency goes, he's done a pretty good job of hitting the over, and that's about all you can really ask for is consistency. So taking a look at some projections for Draymond Green, we're heading back over here to Fantasy Labs in the action projection tool. And when we punch in Draymond Green's name, we're getting a pretty darn healthy projection for the over here at 26 projected points, plus rebounds, plus assists. Again, he needs 23 to hit the over. He's projected for 26 points, rebounds, and assists. So a very strong early projection here for Draymond Green. Now, taking a look at a second projection, because we don't want to just stop with one projection model. We can check a couple different ones. And in this case, RotoWire also is a big backer, big believer in Draymond Green and these points, rebounds, and assists. They got him projected all the way up at 26.15 points, rebounds, and assists. So that's two very strong projections. But if you guys are still skeptical, well, let's go to a third projection model. Why don't we? And in this case, this one's provided to us by LineStar, another fantastic tool with nice projections and player prop research toolkit right at your fingertips. But they've got Draymond Green projected for 27 points, rebounds, and assists. Again, these are projection models. They're not always 100% accurate. Things happen during a game. You can get into foul trouble. You can get ejected from a game. And this is Draymond Green we're talking about here, Mr. Technical Foul himself, right? So anyway, based on what I've seen here, I think that Draymond Green would make for an overplay. Again, if you feel weird about it, you don't trust everything that I've shown you with your own two eyes, well, hey, I'm not here to tell you to do what you should do with your money. It's your money, your choice. Do what you want. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take LeBron under, and I'm going to take Draymond Green over. And I don't think that there's really a reason why I would do anything other than this. But it's up to you guys. Let me know what you're thinking. You like these picks? Hate these picks? Are there any picks that you got your eyes on? Let me know down in the comment section. I do my best to try and reply to everyone's comments. And again, thank you for supporting the channel by subscribing, liking, and commenting below. We're on our way to 18,000 subscribers. We're right around the corner, gang. I can feel it coming in the next 1 or 2 days. We're going to get there. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. Good luck and God bless.